County, it's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. He is Philip Marttell, the superintendent of the River Valley School District, and our conversation this morning brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people, and, he had quite the adventure yesterday on his journey to the White House, and he joins us this morning to tell us about it. It really was, wasn't it? It was quite the day.
It was quite a day. I was planning on just being here for a day, and then tornado warnings got issued, and literally getting up to the gate, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to cancel till tomorrow because we can't have people taking shelter in the White House." I'm like, "Okay." So walking back over there now to participate, but had an opportunity to talk to a lot of superintendents, and technical people from across the country, from pretty large districts like Los Angeles and Albuquerque. And for us to be here from Indiana County, it's pretty special. It kind of sat in with me there how many special things we're actually doing at River Valley.
Yeah. So you're actually walking there right now?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're outside?
I'm outside, yes.
Yeah. What are you passing right now? It's my favorite city in the world.
The Treasury Department, actually.
That's a really big building.
Yeah, they have us going in on 15th and Hamilton. So.
Yeah. Well, my favorite building there is the agriculture building because they've got an enormous cafeteria that nobody knows about, but it's open to the public. So if you know the password, you can get in. That's not why you're with me this morning. You're actually on the way to the White House today. So with the information that you have going into this, what do you anticipate this day is going to be like? What are some of the things you're going to learn?
I think the administration, to their credit, they've started to influx some new policies and funds into cybersecurity. And they recognize this last February for that partnership with TIA, the apprenticeship, which we were the first in the nation to do. So I think, the First Lady bringing together, educational leaders, the tech area leaders as well, to try to understand that this is a comprehensive problem that we are all facing as a nation. Schools, Todd, right now are the number one targets, for hackers because of just they're easy pickings in a lot of fronts, and a lot of districts don't have the funds necessary or the technical expertise. So I think that's one of the things that they're going to emphasize today, that the government's going to get more involved to be able to provide those resources to school districts and municipal governments, quite frankly.
Yeah. Well, we were hearing yesterday on some of the reports that there are actually schools that had to send their students home because of everything that is done online nowadays and done through technology, and they just were not comfortable that their students' information was protected. So they sent them home, and there was no school for them. And that's certainly an extreme, but it's an extreme that you don't want to get to. So you want to head that off at the pass.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's an incident that happened in Los Angeles. And they had to send kids home for that exact reason. And it's really it's scary because it's as we look at things now, I really put an emphasis with what we're teaching our students on a human maturity model. And it's really the end user, us understanding exactly what to look for, or to not open that spoof email or different things. And that's really what we have to get. It's a resiliency, but it's also an educational component for students, but for staff, for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. We're having some difficulty hearing you today with all that downtown D.C. traffic, but it's a really important topic. And so River Valley stepped forward, and at the STEAM Academy, the district has actually designed a course to teach cybersecurity, and there's not a whole lot, if anybody, in this half of the country, maybe even in the whole country, that's actually doing this.
No, you're correct, and that was one of the things that I learned yesterday, because a lot of the superintendents from districts that are here were ones that were attacked, and they were just like, well, were you attacked? I'm like, no, not yet. I said, but we actually did this with the STEAM Academy. They're like, oh, that's pretty creative. I said, yeah, we built a model, we've had an apprenticeship program, explained it, walked them through it. So, but it's something we want to share. I know you guys talked about our new partnership with the South Allegheny School District in Allegheny County. We want to become that consortium for cybersecurity for schools to lean on to be able to help. Because I said, it's not just an us problem, it's an American problem that we need to address.
Yeah, and of course, it plays out in a number of different ways. And, the little elementary school students who have to do things online, they're not going to know exactly how they should approach cybersecurity. And high school students are going to have their difficulties. So are the adults in the building. So to be able to attack it as a whole problem and to develop those policies and those procedures that are going to help to stop cyber attacks, it's really, really important for every school district.
There's no question about it. And then you add the component now of artificial intelligence, which I've instructed our teacher and our consultant from the University of Pittsburgh to develop a cybersecurity course that ties to artificial intelligence, because we need to be able to educate students on that impact as well, because what's finding out what's AI and what's not, what's human. But having those look for, I'm going to it once again, just digital citizenship too. Just things that, even you can teach them in elementary school in different ways to be able to better prepare them just for those things.
Cybersecurity is, of course, going to become even more important as we roll through. So the program at River Valley, how do you administer it? Is it something that is up and running now that students can take now? And then, obviously, nothing ever stays the same, and this is something you're really going to have to stay on top of. How do you update students as they go forward?
So our students start taking introductory courses, and the way we built our curriculum actually in coursework backwards, starting as seniors and working backwards, because we didn't want to overwhelm students in middle school. So they start getting those introductory courses in sixth grade and take them whether they go to the STEAM Academy or not. Because like I said, there's a digital citizenship component whether you go into cybersecurity or not. But tying those apprenticeships and also those industry credentials, so those CompTIA credentials, they're like the gold standard in technology. So our students, this year we had 11 of them come through the program that passed and obtained 2 CompTIA certifications that they would not have been able to get until they probably went to college. So to be able to leave a high school component, to be able to have those certifications, they can either go into college or they can go into the workforce. It's a very valuable resource, but we do have to evolve each year. And it's going to change so dramatically. And the amount of professions within cybersecurity is going to change dramatically each year as well.
Yeah. All right, so you had the night last night that probably some unexpected time on your hands. What did you do?
Actually got a chance to catch up on email, and we have professional development starting next week. So and we have an administrative retreat tomorrow. So by the time I had to be able to talk to my wife and my assistant and just to kind of coordinate all this, it was a long night.
You didn't. So there was no trip to the Kennedy Center, nothing like that.
No, I still have the same suit that I came in on yesterday.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, enjoy your day today, and I know that you'll add to the conversation, and certainly you'll be able to bring some things home from that as well that you can incorporate at River Valley. Thanks for spending some time with us today.
Not a problem, Todd. I appreciate you always, brother.
Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.
There's Philip Marttell. He's the superintendent at River Valley School District.